Pup. Hey, girl. Hey, Pup. Where, girl? Hey, girl. Where's you run off to? What's all this now? Hey girl, I'm gonna find us a candle. Hey girl, hey, I'm back. Still in there? Where'd you go? Where's that dog at? Oh, it's warm in here.
Grand Caverns in Grottoes, Virginia, was discovered by Bernard Weyer in 1804, just as you've seen it portrayed. Because of its beauty and many unusual shield formations, Grand was one of the first caves to be commercialized in the United States. As of 2003, there were 3,800 feet of surveyed passage, most of it on the commercial trail. For 200 years, Grand Caverns remained pretty much the same size. In the spring of 2004, a new section of Grand Caverns, all virgin, was discovered by VAR cavers while mopping up the resurvey of the commercial cave. By the end of 2005, an additional 2.8 miles of virgin passage was added to the length of the cave, plus 1 mile was added to the commercial cave, bringing Grand Caverns to a total of 3.8 miles long. This program is about the discoveries that were made in the past 2 years, the challenges that confronted the cavers as they probed and mapped the new areas of the cave, and the fantastic formations that were found around every corner. Because of the fragile nature of the new discovery and the difficulty in reaching it, many cavers, and especially the public, will never see these beautifully decorated rooms and passages in person. This program will attempt to show what lies beyond the tight crawl and small squeezes, and let viewers appreciate the wonder and beauty of the other Grand Caverns. But first, we'll take a short tour of the commercial section of Grand, just to put some perspective on the discoveries in the new section. Grand Caverns is highly decorated, with room after room of fantastically shaped rock formations, which include many of the rare and unusual formations called shields. The formations in Grand Caverns range from massive columns and flowstone to small delicate formations like this beautifully colored bacon. The bridal chamber, with its bridal veil formation, is a popular stopping point, as is Jackson's horse. The commercial section ends with an unusual double shield called the oyster shell. The new section of Grand Caverns was discovered in the spring of 2004, within several hundred feet of the entrance to the commercial cave. The lead into the new section was right on the tourist trail. Carol Tieterman describes how the new section was found.
Well, we had just adopted Rosie, and it was the first weekend we had her, so we decided to bring her down that weekend. And I had been in the back of the cave coordinating with some other of the survey teams. And on the way out, there was a tour coming through. So we pulled off to the side here just to get out of the way, not interfere with the tour. Rosie started poking around underneath the rocks and everything, and we noticed this fissure. And there was a large rock in the way, and we couldn't tell if it was actually passage or just a blind spot. And I managed to get a couple of the cavers who were on another survey group to go down and take a look, and they went and said it was Going Cave down there, so we put it on the map as a place that we would have to come back to for future exploration.
In order to better appreciate the trials, challenges, and wonders of the new discovery, we will be following Rick and Susan through the cave as they traverse small and large passages and finding one beautiful section after another. The entrance to the new section was gated in 2005 in order to protect this area from overuse, which would result in damage to the pristine rocks and formations. The passage just beyond the gate is fairly tight, measuring about 10 to 11 inches high. The passage takes off from the left-hand side of the commercial trail, heading south through small passage, hands and knees crawlways, tight tubes, and the 20-foot-long, 9.5-inch high belly crawl, often referred to as the tight spot. After the crawl, the cave opens up, revealing its potential with some pretty formations. This section of the cave, within 30 feet of the gate, was not virgin. The cavers who first explored this passage found old digging debris, including this old pickaxe with a burned handle. It probably dates back to the early 1900s. From the pickaxe, the cave leads up over a shelf and into a small, downsloping room. After 30 or 40 feet, a tight U-tube is encountered, which is not too bad to get through, but can be really awkward. Pulling and pushing equipment through the U-tube can be quite a challenge. On the other side of the U-tube is a small room where the tight spot starts. Up until the summer of 2005, this crawlway was only about 8 inches high and extended for nearly 20 feet. Since then, the front part of the crawl has been dug out and the tight spot is now on the order of 9.5 inches high. Rick demonstrates the technique for going through. After going through the tight spot, the passage continues as a belly crawl, up a slight incline, and then makes a tight turn called the spider crawl, before popping out into the first room in the new discovery section. Rick and Susan demonstrate the technique for getting out of the crawl.
Hey, Ricky.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pass up our packs now.
Okay.
After climbing up through some breakdown, a large, well-decorated room is encountered. This area is one of the places that the first explorers got really excited about, for reasons which will soon be evident.
Wow, Ricky, look at that. That's beautiful.
Wow. That's awesome.
From the pretty formation room, the cave continues fairly straight in a south-southwest direction. The passage is now walking, but interspersed with a few obstacles, such as another tight spot, a traverse around a pit, and then the ladder drop. After the ladder drop, there is some crawling, and then the blade squeeze with a tight tube right after the squeeze. Within a few hundred feet of the pretty formations is the next tight squeeze. It's not really very tight, but it's fairly awkward.
Hey Susan, this is it. Come this way.
I'm coming, Ricky.
Might take us a little carry here, Susan. I'll help you if you want me to.
All right, that'd be good.
You can't tell, but there is a 25-foot deep pit immediately to Susan's left.
I just think I'm good safe.
The ladder drop is the only place where vertical work is actually required. The drop is rigged with a ladder and a belay rope. For those who don't like ladders, you can rappel the 35-foot pit. Coming back up, one can use the ladder on belay, use the ladder and self-belay, or just ascend the rope with a full climbing rig. Using the ladder and belay is nice, though, because you don't need to bring any vertical gear. After a little walking and crawling, it is necessary to push your way through the blade squeeze. While the squeeze is actually a short, tight spot, it's immediately followed by a 20-foot long narrow tube.
Seems like these spots get tighter and tighter, Ricky.
Both the blade squeeze and the narrow tube do indeed present a challenge to haul gear through. But what awaits on the other side? So far, one might think the cave is nothing but one tight spot after another, but this next section will prove otherwise. After the tight tube is a nice walking hallway, the pit bypass, and some pretty calcite flows. And finally some big cave, the section called Kentucky. Here we'll see the clamshells, a wall of formations, bent stalagmites, and some very nice bacon.
Finally, some walking past me, Ricky.
Yeah, I'm getting tired of all the crawling, tight squeezes. This is nice.
Now, oh, look at this. This is really pretty here.
Yeah, lots of soda straws, stalactites.
I got a shield here.
Cool.
Look at that shield. That's cool.
That's cool. See a broomstick up ahead too. I think we gotta climb up right here.
Okay.
I think right here is where we need to climb up.
All right.
But
All right. Let's see if I can make it with my pack on here. Well, you're gonna love this. It's another tight spot again.
oh boy.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to take off my pack because it's gonna get tight in here. Hang on just a second
Okay.
while I get it off.
I'm off now.
All right.
Again, you can't tell, but there is a 30-foot pit to the left, making it necessary to go through this short but tight bypass.
Well, at least it opens up out here, Ricky. We can walk again.
All right, good.
You're almost through, Ricky.
All right. It's like fun, only different.
That is cool.
Yeah, it is.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, this is very unique. I've never seen anything quite like this before.
Is that calcite coming down there?
Yeah, like both ribbons of it just running down the bank there.
Poor little loam. You think that's calcite there?
It looks like it.
The different layers in the wall, that's just really unique. I don't think I've seen that in many caves.
Is that like a horizontal shield?
It looks like it, and this cave has got so many other shields in it, it might very well be.
Shortly after the calcite flows, the passage breaks out into a really large area called Kentucky. This section of the cave contains an amazing amount of formations.
Like banking
On
over
the
there.
ceiling? Wow.
Formations in here everywhere you look.
A lot of brick down here on the ground, too.
So here looks like a big castle or something off Lord of the Rings.
Like one beauty formation after another around here. It's really pretty.
I think we're supposed to sail to the left here.
Up ahead are a set of shields called the clamshells.
I love these shields in here.
This is one of the coolest things you've ever seen in a while. We got two of them side by side.
Got the little soda straw coming off the front.
Draperies hanging off of it. All these white stalagmites underneath. It's awesome. Look at that smaller shield over there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Column coming off the bottom of it.
Exactly. It's almost like a bridal veil.
Yeah. That is way too cool.
Leaving the clamshells, Rick and Susan continue into the cave. Little do they know what to expect just around the next bend.
Oh my gosh, Ricky, this is worth the whole trip in here.
Wow. Yeah, this is definitely world class.
Holy cow, look at that. That is beautiful.
Wow. That's cool how it's got all the like white, but then there's like parts of it are just like bright red.
And shields everywhere.
Yeah, pure white flowstone.
That's probably the coolest thing in here. Well, no, I like
So
this.
look at that with the red on it over there.
Yeah.
Big terrace stalagmites. Look at that. Look at it. Wow.
Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Look at all those formations.
Wow.
Over here. Yeah.
This is just the end.
Moving on from Kentucky, Rick and Susan enter another area known as New Mexico. Here there are pure white stalactites which seem to be bending in the wind. Surrounding this island of white is a forest of columns, flowstone, and stalagmites, with the ceiling covered by soda straws.
Watch your step in here, Susan.
All right.
Oh my God.
Just to the left of the bent stalactites is a fantastic display of bacon and sparkling flowstone.
The shield.
Oh man.
It's beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah, that's great.
It's coming out of that little pressure crack up there. Flowing down.
Going down here.
Wow. That's why people knew.
I don't think they're ever going to open it up to tourists or just general caving now.
But that's probably a good thing.
Oh, exactly.
Or they would definitely destroy stuff in the long term. Still, you wish other people could see it though.
Yeah.
The final leg of the tour continues further into the cave, past the wall with water level marks, and then around the back section of New Mexico to the large window with curtains. Doubling back along the far wall, there are some beautiful white formations and a white calcite floor with, unfortunately, muddy footprints. The furthest extent of the tour is the vegetable room, where boots are not allowed. There are more than just pretty formations in this cave. There are also a number of interesting geological features, one of which is this wall of dog-tooth spar, which has two very distinct water level markings on it.
Look at the different water lines were at different stages in the cave's development. The water was pulled up, different depths. So like there's spar formed on the walls here. You can see a lower level. And then you can tell that work went after it all dried up.
Around more corners and down a hallway is a high, narrow room with a tall window framed by beautiful white curtains and flowstone.
Oh, wow. Look at this, Susan.
Wow, man, every room gets prettier and prettier. Look at those formations.
That is incredible. Have you ever seen anything that beautiful in a cave before?
They're just pure white.
That's got to be one of the best scenes yet.
Going down a slope and bearing to the left leads to the other side of the window with a rippled pool at its base. Continuing back along the hallway, a white calcite floor with muddy footprints is encountered.
Pure white flowstone floor here. I guess we need to be really careful and stay in the muddy tracks that are already there. We don't want to put any more mud on it.
Okay.
Wow. This is really, really beautiful.
Get all that right there too.
It's a shame those tracks are there in the first place.
Right. Yeah, that we just came across.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's any way to clean that up.
And that would, after the survey is completed, that would be a good conservation project for the bar to come in here and clean that off.
Look at all how white it is,
Yeah.
except for where those footprints are. Wow. Look at that red bull. Now that's probably one of the prettiest ones we've seen yet.
Like that.
Look, it's still got water actively dripping in it.
I mean, that is just as white as it can be. Wow.
It's very pretty.
One way to stop problems of muddy boots is not to allow boots at all, as the visit to the vegetable room will show.
Well, I think this is the spot, Susan. There's some really nice formations over there.
Right?
There's a bunch of really pristine flowstone here and real delicate coral.
Okay.
If you're willing to take your boots off, we can go across this in our socks and get a closer look. Want to do that?
Yeah. Think we can just leave our packs here too?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
We won't be.
Now we're just doing this so that we're not going to damage the coral.
Right. Yeah, we can go over it without turning anything up, but we don't want to track it up.
All right.
So you ready?
Yeah. Do we need to put our gloves back on, or should we leave them on?
Might be a good idea to put them on so we don't get any body oils or anything on any formations.
Okay.
Oh yeah, this is real nice. You can see why they don't want it to get tracked up, have any muddy footprints or anything on it. Try not to touch anything we absolutely don't have to.
Wow, that's pretty. This was worth it.
Yeah.
I can see why they don't want you to have your socks on. Wow, look over there, Ricky. There's a little rim pool.
Oh, all that stuff is pristine.
A bunch of coral. All these formations. Yeah.
Look at all the little white coral on everything, just all.
The final portion of this program illustrates the unusual nature of this cave. Perhaps the coat of arms of Grand Caverns is this perfect shield, representing all of the formations that are so numerous in both the commercial and the wild sections of the cave. What you have seen in this program is just a small portion of the wonders of the new Discovery section of Grand Caverns, and a sampling of the challenges required to get to the best parts of the cave. There is so much to see in this cave, but to capture it all would be nearly impossible. Hopefully, what has been shown will give the viewer an appreciation for the wonders and beauty that has been found during the discovery of Grand Caverns. One final note concerning safety. Caving can be a dangerous activity, but if it is done properly and all of the safety rules are followed, caving can be safer than actually driving to and from the cave. One of the rules to safe caving pertains to the number of persons on any particular trip. 3 cavers is considered to be a minimum group size, because if there is an accident, it allows one caver to stay with the injured person while the third caver goes for help. 4 is even better, because this allows 2 to go for help instead of just a single caver. Because of the limited number of people who can get into the new section of Grand Caverns, the difficulties in getting through the cave, conservation issues, and the challenges of videography in such an environment, there were only 2 cavers portrayed in the wild section of the cave for this program. It should be evident, though, that this was not the case. On each photo trip, there were anywhere from 5 to 12 cavers, and safety, next to conservation, was always the first concern. So, from this perspective, it can be said that no caver was killed or harmed in any way during the making of this video.